April 15th, 2024, and there's been so much going on that it is actually impossible to cover all this stuff. So we're going to stick to a few key points here, one of them taking place today, a very serious situation with our weather radar system. For at least the third time in a month, we have gone through here in the United States and parts of Canada a major National Weather Service outage. And once again, this is coming on the heels or right before significant weather. And it's very, very interesting how this seemingly ties in with what's going on down by Antarctica in South Africa, another situation going absolutely crazy on the internet. And I'm really starting to believe that a lot of this has to do with different types of frequencies, whether or not, and I'm not saying this lightly, it's being used as some sort of weapon where we're seeing repercussions of whoever it is using this technology messing with the Earth's weather. Honestly, there's so many different theories out there, but one thing we do know is that these situations are repeating themselves, not just the weather radar, but the situation down by Antarctica. It's happened more than once. So once again, as I put these side by side, the anomaly from February and then the anomaly again we just covered from April, which right away should show you that this was no glitch, and it's happened even before February, coming from the exact same spot where there is an island and a very weird looking area to the west of that island that very much has the setup and looks like a large antenna system. Of course, this may not exactly be the case, but there is something, absolutely something, when it comes to frequency or some sort of powerful equipment down in this remote area of the world. We are constantly seeing anomalies and weird artifacts on radar, and a lot of it's been coming from this area and for a long time. I mean, just look at how symmetrical this one random area in the South Atlantic Ocean near Antarctica, and it just looks out of place. Of course, this could be some sort of boat maneuvering and scanning the ocean floor, but why right there? What's going on right here in this area? Okay, now to recap, and this is very important, again, and I'm sorry if this seems repetitive, but it's very important. The island right here in between Antarctica, South Africa. This is the exact point of where the anomaly began back in February and in April. So two separate times that we have documented, and it's happened more than that. According to comments I've gotten and people reaching out on X, this is not the first or second time we've seen this anomaly come from right in this exact area. So again, that led me to go down here to this island to scope it out, which we did in a previous video. It just looks like a snow-covered island, nothing really going on here, some weird shapes, and what looks like a very weird pyramid structure that reminds me of a very crazy discovery I found on Antarctica a few years back that went viral on YouTube. That has been linked here and on X as well. But when you actually move over to where the anomaly on Windy was caught, that is where we see this type of frequency looking setup. It just reminds me of looking down on a big antenna structure. And I mean, again, this is a very weird pattern to have right in the middle of the ocean somewhere where there's really not much going on. It's really just this island here, a super remote island, a few scattered islands out and about, but ground zero once again is right here. Even the frequencies that we saw on the mimic chart matched up with this exact time frame, and then all you have to do is check out the weather in Cape Town, South Africa, and you will see that this area specifically has been having very, very odd weather, random fires, very rough seas. In one video I saw people walking around with water up to their knees, and these people in Cape Town are the ones posting these videos and talking about it. A lot of them have reached out to me to point out my video and explain to me that right around this anomaly, and even the last time this anomaly happened, they had very severe weather. And as I stated earlier, this ties into what's going on with our weather radar here in the United States. Because in this day and age, with the technology that we supposedly have, for our weather radars all at the same time to go down on multiple occasions within a month, I don't know about you, but to me, that seems like pre-planning to its finest. Now, as we stated, we lost half to nearly all of our National Weather Service weather radars. I don't think people realize how important that is. That means for a period of time, we had no data. Take a look at this. This right here is weather.cod.edu, a very good satellite weather radar station. And I want you to look what happens right about here. Look at that. We just lost from 7:30 UTC all the way to 1850. Completely erased, does not exist. I'll show you again. Let's backtrack. Here is April 15th, 6 o'clock UTC. As we move forward, it skips 11 hours of data. Boom, just like that. So you can see the extent of what this will do just a little while of our radars being down. Now also, and this is wild, take a look at this GIF chart here. I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and you're going to see these artifacts popping up at the same exact time that we lost all that data. And it's still continuing right now. These little frequency artifacts, I have no idea where they're coming from, but they certainly are being picked up by satellite while the radars were down. Now, I know many of you may be new to this type of information, and I understand how there's contradicting thoughts, especially with people that don't study this type of stuff on a daily basis like I do, and a lot of you do. So we got to be patient with people that don't quite understand what we're seeing here. We're seeing cause and effect. There are some serious things going on near South Africa specifically, whether that be exactly when this anomaly happened or shortly after, and even before, as you're seeing on video right now. Each time we see these weird pulses coming out of that Antarctica area, it's usually followed by some sort of phenomena, whether it be South Africa or leading anywhere up the entire Atlantic Ocean. There's no telling what this type of technology can do if that's what we're dealing with here. All right, my friends, and one more thing I wanted to show you was this viral humanoid-looking Michelin tire UFO. Take a look at this capture. This is over the skies of Sequoia Park, California. Now, in this video, this guy zoomed in so far to capture this thing, so whatever it is, it's way up in the sky. And you cannot help but see that this thing does take the shape of some type of humanoid figure. You could see arms flailing around. It might not be exactly that shape, but that's what it looks like to a lot of people. And one thing I noticed that I want to tie in with this whole frequency or even hologram situation now is take a look at the aura of this thing. It almost has this green hologram deal going on, almost as if it's being projected into the sky. Maybe some sort of test. Maybe it was meant to be found. Maybe the reason it's so far up in the sky is because they're doing testing and they didn't want anyone to see it. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just a guy on YouTube who likes to study things, and this is one of the more weird situations I've seen in a while. You could see it kind of blurring in and out of frame and morphing. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more about this, but I wanted to share that with you before we ended this video. And don't forget, I will be covering all these topics extensively in upcoming videos. I just wanted to make sure you all got a nice fill of the information going around right now. All right, everybody, don't forget to check out the X and all the other social media accounts I have. They are linked in this video, and it would be greatly appreciated if you could share this on your social media accounts as well. All right, I appreciate you all. Shout out to Canada, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.